For up to 40 years behind closed doors, unethical and abhorrent practices took place. The bodies of babies were cremated with unrelated adults. Nobody questioned it, and so it went on.
The loss of a baby is devastating for parents.
After 2 major inquiries, the council's chief executive apologised. An internal investigation was launched to examine senior accountability, but its conclusions have remained private. After months of wrangling with the Information Commissioner following a BBC Scotland request for the report, it's finally been ruled that it should be made public. The chief executive wouldn't speak today, but the opposition SNP group leader Stephen Flynn called for immediate publication.
I'm absolutely livid at the council in relation to this. The council were very clear in their legal advice to councillors that this report had to be taken in private, and it appears that that's completely incorrect. The veil of secrecy which is hanging over this report has to be lifted, and the administration need to ensure that transparency is put to the forefront.
That transparency is important for parents like Paul Wells, whose son Scott was lost to cot death. He says the council just needs to fully explain who was responsible.
I don't think with what actually has happened it will bring much in the way of closure, but the parents and everybody else needs to know what the council have been doing and what haven't been doing, and what is in the report. With withholding that report, there's no transparency. You can't say they're being transparent when they're keeping reports a secret.
Heads have rolled. The director responsible for the crematorium, Pete Leonard, resigned after using graphic and upsetting language. He described the process of slow cooking babies, for which he was heavily criticised. At Morton Hall in Edinburgh, where ashes were being scattered without the knowledge of parents, investigations have concluded, compensation deals agreed. But even with today's ruling in Aberdeen, the questions continue. Patrick McGuire is from Thompsons Solicitors.
Well, I'm delighted today with the ruling from the Information Commissioner. It's the right thing, but of course that's not really what we should be discussing. We should be asking, why is it that it took going to the Information Commissioner for Aberdeen City Council to release the information? It should never have came to this. Throughout all of this, Aberdeen's attitude has been one of obfuscation, covering things up, and this is just yet another example of it.
The Information Commissioner's ruling has now been sent to the City Council. They say they'll comply with the determination. They have until the 1st of September to release the report.